To look at the assessment of this module, again, it's a departure for the Chartered Institute of Marketing in terms of the assessment at diploma level here, that we're looking at a holistic, integrated assessment. Fundamentally, it's one assessment that looks at the whole syllabus, but obviously it is broken down into tasks, and we expect you to break that down further into particular building blocks required of the students to create what will be approximately a 6,000 word assessment assignment, but on a professional business report based approach. The assessment will require contextualised answers, but it's the student that will set that context for their assignment. Fundamentally, it'll either be based on an organisation they work for or one that they know well, and typically they'll be given the option to base it on a future project or an assessment of a project that was carried out previously that may well be appropriate for the task brief that's been set. We're looking at a practical approach to improving the marketing function here, considered ways for improvement. The answers should be based on theory, but it's that practical application of those theories to demonstrate how it would actually work in a business for producing a professional report. The assessments will look at the viability of investing in a marketing activity, investing in that approach, demonstrating depth of the planning to actually understand how to make sure these things work. So depth of the planning approach is required. But overall, the assessment will be required to fit the magic formula in terms of concept, and then evaluating the concept and application of that concept, along with the presentation side to meet the requirements that are set for the diploma level. In terms of teaching methods, we're expecting you to use a lot of case studies throughout and getting students working in groups to experience the actual areas of marketing and management explored in this, discussing how it works in their organisations, best practice, and so based on case studies and a lot of group work and presentations to ensure the students actually experience what the job of a marketing manager is. Need to allow students to experience the planning process, applying that planning process through the activities that will be involved, and highlighting the requirements for monitoring the performance of marketing and understanding how best to deliver against that. So yeah, very practical approach to teaching with the emphasis really being on the students exploring rather than actually just standing up and telling them how it could work. So onto the actual assessment themselves. The assessment will be broken down into the three sections, with the first part being a critical evaluation of the structure of the organisation, how that impacts on the ability of marketing to deliver, and recommendations as to how that could be changed and improved to help on the marketing deliverance of standards. Be looking at the models and concepts required, so the students should explore those and demonstrate understanding of those models and concepts, determining the measures that will be appropriate in relation to the achievement of the organisational objectives through the marketing function. The final part of section 1 will be analysing and monitoring the information required for marketing and making improvements and suggestions as to how to improve that information to deliver better marketing, recommendations for the application of the information through the marketing function. For the second section, students will be required to look at team management in detail, assess the approaches to people management, going into depth of how to actually manage the people, exploring ways through that, developing the teams through all sorts of human resource related activities, but putting those into the marketing concept and making them applicable to a marketing team. Another key area we're looking at is the students developing their own abilities as a manager, so part of the assessment will be to demonstrate how they can improve their own abilities, and an action plan for personal improvement. Personal development planning could well be included in the assessment. It's applying the knowledge that they learn and applying that through their organisation or how it could be used in an organisation to improve the performance of marketing in that organisation through the teamwork and individual developments. For Section 3, students will be expected to develop a budget, to actually prepare those budgets, look at how variances can occur and how to measure and monitor the variances occurring in the budgets. So they will need to actually put numbers down, justify those numbers and explain why they're there and the potential returns that are likely from marketing expenditure. Be looking at how to improve against the marketing budget and also providing that cost-benefit analysis of marketing to justify its expenditure. Qualitative and quantitative measures financially, in terms of other areas of marketing, but putting those quantitative measures into place to justify and make recommendations for improvements of the organisation. So overall, we're looking at making recommendations to improve the financial performance of marketing. But as I say, fundamentally, it's an integrative assignment, and we'll be looking for a flow throughout that work that picks up on points that need improvement and justified methods of improvement through the team and the financial measurements that will go along with that. So a chain of events throughout the report is the overall requirement there for improvement.